For many years, Peter Falk worked as a management analyst for the Connecticut State Budget Bureau before attempting to secure a place with the CIA. However, after his CIA plans failed to materialize, Falk decided to go back to a college interest, acting. He struggled for many years before finally hitting it big with the 1956 Broadway adaptation of The Iceman Cometh. Though Peter got a decent amount of work through the rest of the 50s, his agent continuously told him not to expect too much work because of his artificial eye. At the age of 3, Falk was detected to have a rare form of cancer called retinoblastoma, and thus surgeons had to remove his right eye. However, Falk persisted in his efforts, and in 1958 he was cast as Abe Rellis in Murder, Inc., a role that won him his first Oscar. What followed was a decade of successful films and TV roles. However, Falk's most successful collaboration happened during the 70s, when he befriended filmmaker John Cassavetes, and together the two made one hit film after another, leading to the launching of the independent film movement. Peter Falk was an incredible actor and brilliant artist whose legacy can't be summed up in just a few words. In this video, we'll tell you some interesting facts about the actor, including why we say Peter Falk owes his career to his prosthetic eye. Peter Falk owes his career to a prosthetic eye. Doctors had to remove Falk's right eye when he was 3 because of a rare form of cancer, so he had to wear an artificial eye for many years. By the 1950s, Falk had become a popular name on Broadway and was getting a decent amount of work. However, he still longed for a role in films and therefore kept auditioning for various parts. His agent kept telling the actor it would be nearly impossible for him to find work due to his prosthetic eye. Thankfully, Falk didn't listen to him. His repeated efforts won him small parts in different films, and in the 60s he bagged the role of Abe Rellis in the American gangster film Murder, Inc. It won Falk his first Academy Award nomination and cemented his place in the film industry. However, not many people know it was the prosthetic eye that got Falk the part. Abe Rellis changed Falk's life and career. The man owed everything to the role, and therefore it's not surprising when he was offered to play the same role a second time for the TV series The Witness. When asked, he accepted the offer readily. Peter Falk did his first play at the age of 12. Falk became interested in acting at an early age. When he was just 12, during summer camp, he decided to participate in the production of The Pirates of Penzance, and his performance was highly appreciated by everyone who saw the play. Falk's counselor at the time was Ross Martin, the actor who would go on to play Artemus Gordon in The Wild Wild West. Ross believed in the young Falk and his talents, and after Falk became the acting legend he was, the two collaborated on 2 films, The Great Race and Columbo. Yves Le Gallienne was the first person to tell Falk he could become a professional actor. Falk enjoyed doing community theater and was taking life one day at a time. One day he lied and talked his way into an acting class for professionals led by Eva Le Gallienne, the legendary artist who founded the Civic Repertory Theater. At the end of the class, Falk confessed to Eva that he wasn't a professional actor and had no formal training. She was surprised and told Falk, in her opinion, he was talented enough to be a pro. These words of appreciation were all Falk needed to pursue acting as a career. He quit his job and decided to pursue acting full-time. He was the first actor to be nominated for both an Oscar and an Emmy in the same year. 1961 was an important year for Peter Falk. Not only did he win the Academy Award for Best Actor in a Supporting Role for his portrayal of Abe Rellis in Murder, Inc., but he also received an Emmy nomination for his performance in ABC's The Law and Mr. Jones. He was the first actor to be nominated for both Oscar and Emmy in the same year. What's more surprising is he repeated this double nomination in 1962, with Academy nominations for Pocketful of Miracles and The Price of Tomatoes, and an Emmy nomination for an episode of The Dick Powell Theater. Are you enjoying these facts about Peter Falk? Are you a fan of the actor? If so, we bet you'll enjoy hearing all the interesting facts that we'll share in a minute. Meanwhile, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay updated about all our latest videos. He never shied away from playing the negative characters. One of the reasons why Peter Falk became such a legendary actor is he didn't confine himself to doing a certain kind of role. At a time when actors tried their best to steer clear of negative roles, Falk played the villain several times. In the episode titled The Mirror of Rod Serling's The Twilight Zone, Falk played a Castro-type revolutionary. Then, in Hitchcock's Alfred Hitchcock Presents, the actor played a gangster scared of death. And in the Alfred Hitchcock Hour, he played a homicidal evangelist. The Trials of O'Brien was his first television series as a leading man. By the early 60s, Peter Falk had succeeded in establishing himself as one of the most talented actors of the time. However, he was still being offered supportive roles in films and TV shows. All that changed in 1965 with The Trials of O'Brien, a 22-episode-long TV series in which Falk played a sordid lawyer. The show guest-starred many famous actors, including Milton Berle, Robert Blake, Gene Hackman, Roger Moore, Angela Lansbury, Tony Roberts, and Martin Sheen. He wasn't the original choice for Columbo. Through the 60s and 70s, Peter Falk did many TV shows. His most iconic role continues to be Lieutenant Columbo from the TV series Columbo. Lieutenant Columbo may have been shown to be a rumpled and absent-minded police detective, but audiences loved to hear Falk say his trademark catchphrase, "Just one more thing." The reason why Columbo became so famous is it changed the way detective stories were unraveled on television. Columbo followed the inverted detective story format, in which audiences knew from the beginning the identity of the perpetrator of a crime. The episodes focused on revealing how each crime was committed. Not many people know that Falk wasn't the first actor to play the role. In the 60s, Bert Freed had played the character in the Chevy Mystery Show, and later, Thomas Mitchell had played Lieutenant Columbo in the stage production Prescription Murder. When Richard Levinson and William Link decided to adapt the play into a TV series, they first went to Lee J. Cobb and then Bing Crosby for the role of Columbo. However, after both of them declined, the role fell in Falk's lap. Speaking of Columbo, the show's first non-pilot episode, titled Murder by the Book, was directed by a very young Steven Spielberg, and Falk was one of the first people to recognize his talent. It said after working with Spielberg on the first episode of Columbo, Falk told NBC execs Spielberg was too good for TV. Lieutenant Columbo's first name is Frank. Columbo registered a 10-season-long run. However, to this day, not many people know that his first name was Frank. The detective's name was revealed in the 1971 episode titled Dead Weight. In the episode, the detective flashes his badge and a close-up reveals his first name is Frank. Columbo's first name and badge were shown once again in the 1976 episode A Matter of Honor. Falk kept Lieutenant Columbo's trademark raincoat with him. Falk supplied clothes for his character in the show. Further, he kept his character's trademark raincoat with him. During one interview, when the interviewer asked Falk if his famous raincoat was available in the Smithsonian, the actor said he kept it in his wardrobe. Further, those who worked with Falk revealed the actor often ad-libbed on the show and regularly improvised his lines, which often threw his fellow actors off balance. Other than being a brilliant actor, Falk was also an accomplished painter. He was not only a brilliant actor, but a brilliant painter too. In 2006, the Butler Institute of American Art did an exhibition of his paintings. He was so good as a painter that for many years he took art classes at the Art Students League of New York. He published his autobiography, Just One More Thing, 2 years before being diagnosed with dementia. In 2008, Falk's personal physicians revealed the actor had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease and that a series of dental operations had induced his mind and body into a state of dementia. He passed away June 23, 2011, due to complications arising from pneumonia and dementia. He was 83. In 2014, Falk's bronze statue was placed in Falk Miska Street, Budapest, Hungary. The street is named after a 19th-century Hungarian politician who happens to be a relative of the actor. The statue cost close to $63,000 and shows Falk in his Columbo avatar, in a raincoat with a cigar in his hand. Falk had completed and published his autobiography, Just One More Thing, Stories from My Life, in 2006. The book is a mandatory read for any Falk fan. As Lieutenant Columbo, Peter Falk was almost perfect. The screen lit up every time he stepped out of his Peugeot 403 convertible, puffing a cigar and wearing his trademark raincoat. In his decades-long career, he shared screen space with some of the most talented actors of the time, and he stood out in every single scene because he was a brilliant actor. We hope you enjoyed this video of Peter Falk. What was more surprising to you, that he wasn't the original choice for Lieutenant Columbo, or that he kept Columbo's raincoat with him? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy Facts vs. videos, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Press the bell icon to stay updated about all our latest videos.